This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Weedman Ford studio on a Saturday. Coming up this morning, we'll talk high school basketball with Carlisle Unions coach Andy Palmer, and later on, it's all stuff with Mizzou Tigers baseball broadcaster, Columbia College, got you name it, Carlisle native Tex Little, a.k.a. Mike Lydick. And plus, as always on a Saturday, we have the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today, you can chalk up a $15 gift certificate to Larry's West End in Bartelso. But up front, it's scores and stuff brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of the city of Carlisle. If and when your car gets dinged, dented, or demolished, we hope not, but see Hoffman Auto Body. And here we go to the high school basketball scoreboard at the outset. Central knocked off the Freeburg Midgets 45-33. Max Campworth tossed in 14 markers for the Cougars. T-Town edged Mater Dei 44-42 on Max 96-7. The Shoes won it on a last-second layup. Mitchell Hockey drained 16 for the Knights. Salem canned Westland 46-30. The Warriors fall to 2-4 in league play. Centralia blasted Carbondale, so the Orphans get a much-needed rebound victory. 52-35, the final from New Trout. It was Mount Vernon over Marion 51-47. Nashville crushed AJ 64-33. Carson Parker tallied 18. Columbia topped Oakville 62-59. Will Auble posted 24 for the Rockets. And it was Mulberry Grove 57, Christar Rock 51. In girls action, Christar Rock lit up Weber 65-38. Macy Peltis scored 18 for the Silver Stallions. In college basketball, the Illini 1-7 and 5-14. Yeah, hey, ain't pretty. 1-7, 5-14. They'll hook up with the Maryland Terps today at the world's most famous sports arena, the Garden in New York. The Garden, 11 o'clock tip-off. Our time, Illinois, of course, went down in flames against Wisconsin 72-60 on Wednesday night. Missouri is home for LSU later on today. The Salukis are at Loyola. The Dogs had a nice victory over Northern Iowa Wednesday night. The Billikens also play today. They take on Davidson, and the Cougars and UT Martin will also square off. Number 5, Michigan dumped Indiana last night, 69-46, and Tennessee eked out a victory Thursday over Vandy, 88-83. The number one Vols. In NBA news, Victor Oladipo has a ruptured quad tendon in his right knee. He'll miss the rest of the season. Wow, that is painful. I'm sure he'll undergo surgery at a date to be determined. The Bulls lost again last night, 106-101. Yes, the Golden State Warriors remain all class. Little sarcasm there. Hockey. The Blues ended the first half with a victory Wednesday. Yes, they did. They streaked by Anaheim 5-1 on the left coast. Vlad Sundquist and Blay scored for the Blues, as did Zach Sanford and Tyler Bozak. Jordan Bennington bounced back from his first career regulation loss with 12 saves in his 5th career victory. Craig Berube will remain with the Blues through the season as their head mentor, and we'll see after that. I don't suspect he'll be back after that unless Blues. There are worse teams record-wise than the Blues, including Ottawa and Jersey with 43 points. The Blues have 49, the Hawks 45, LA 44. But the Note are only, maybe 3 points out of the playoff spot? The NHL All-Star Game, Ryan O'Reilly will be there. That game, or actually a series of stupid 3-on-3 games. Ugh. No. That'd be in San Jose. Count me out, even on any kind of a replay for that trash. My goodness. Hey, here's good news for a local. Josh Tolley has been signed to a minor league contract by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Josh is now 32. Of course, he had that terrible injury a year or so back, but Josh is back in the fold. He did play for the Tigers in the minor leagues for 20-plus games last season. A.J. Pollock has upped with the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cubbies get Brad Bach, who's a pretty good reliever. Oliver Perez at 37 is back with the Tribe. Justin Wilson goes to the Mets. Sonny Gray, of course, he's with the Reds. Markakis stays with the Braves. All kinds of stuff going on. But Harper, Machado, no, the big boys are still stretching out. And, of course, all the way back to the weekend, it was Mariano Rivera. Well, I guess it was Tuesday night, right? Wednesday, Monday? Yeah, make it Monday. Whatever. Rivera, Edgar Martinez, Roy Halladay, and Mike Mussina were named as the newest members of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and that will get dished out officially in July. The Super Bowl is a week away from tomorrow anyway. Super Bowl 53, the Rams and the Patriots. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Talked about that the other night. He's going to get a lot of loot. Arizona Cardinals wide receiver, another former St. Louis team, Larry Fitzgerald is returning for a 16th season. Good for him. What a player. What an athlete. And how about Adam Vinatieri? I know he's a kicker, but he's 46, and he's coming back for his 24th year in the NFL. Speaking of not squat, the Pro Bowl, or the Pro Bowl, that's tomorrow in Orlando. Count me out for that, too. Just fold these things. Ravens coach John Harbaugh has received a new 4-year deal from that Baltimore club. He's doing all right. And Spags has been named the defensive coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, former coach of the St. Louis Rams. Tennis. It just ended maybe 2 hours ago. The Australian Open on the women's side. Naomi Osaka defeated Petra Kvitova. Wait a minute. Kvitova. There we go. Kvitova. 7-6-5, 7-6-4. Osaka's won 2 straight slams. How about that? The Joker and Rafi will tee it up tomorrow. Yeah, on the women's. I was so sorry to see the lovely Serena lose the other day. Justin Rose leads the Farmers Insurance Open. Apparently Tiger's playing. He's way down on that board. Way down, far down that scroll. Can't hardly find him. That Scores and Stuff is brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your car or truck needs major repairs, minor repairs, etc., see Hoffman Auto Body. We'll zip back in a little bit with Andy Palmer. Still later, text Little Trivia Tuesday. It's Talking Sports on a Saturday morning. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington. Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Weedman Ford studio on this Saturday. Let's test out that H&H Computer Services guest line for Carlisle Indians basketball coach Andy Palmer. Andy, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me back on, Rip.
You had a rare Friday night off, huh?
Yeah, that was a little strange not to be playing last night, but gave me a chance to go watch the Hornets, so it was all good.
Yeah, okay. And you've been plenty busy as of late. The Benton Invitational, of course, and we'll get to that in a second. And most recently, I guess you played Pana Tuesday night, was it? The Panthers, and they did deal you a 12-point loss. It would have been nice to get a couple in a row in the left side of the column there.
Yeah, it would have been. And we really felt like that was a game that we could win, and we just didn't do the things necessary to win down the stretch. We missed some free throws and had some pretty poor decisions on the offensive end of the floor, and all that adds up to a loss. But it's a tough place to play up there. It's a long bus ride, and we had a long week with the BIT, and then turn around and having to go back on Monday because of the snow, and so but that's still no excuse. We just had to play better, and we just didn't do it.
Payne won at 69-57. You've had a few skirmishes up there and through various means, haven't you? Some interesting games. Yeah,
like I say, it's never an easy place to play, no matter what their record is or how good they're playing. It's just a tough place to play, a little bit different officiating area, so you see some officials that maybe call the game a little bit different than what your kids are used to, and we talk about you just have to adjust and play through it. And there were some questionable calls at some key points of the game, but that's basketball, and you just have to be able to play through that and not let that affect what you do on the floor. And so it is what it is. We come away with the loss, and that's just how it goes.
Of course, we're hoping to kind of capitalize on that Monday night win down at the Benton Invite. You left Rich Herron Gym in good stead anyway. You beat Hamilton County, Monday night, 59-40. Yeah,
it was a good win for us. We needed a win, and we would love, we talked about, getting a win in our last game at the BIT, and it was a little shaky first half. I think we, not having school and then having to travel that evening, and we kind of got off to a little slow start. I think we were only up one at half, but second half we came out and played a lot better, and we were able to push our lead out up to 18, 19, 20 points at one time. And so it was a good win, and we were, like I said, we were hoping to stack on top of that a win at Pana, but that just didn't come to happen that way.
Right.
So so BIT was a tough week for us. We had our chances. I thought we had a chance to beat Benton, lost them by 3, and the Meridian game got out of hand early, and we really fought back hard and got it close, but you can't dig yourself a 21-point hole and expect
No, it's tough in high school ball especially. Yeah, wow, that's a lot to make up. Yeah, so you could have, should have, could have, right? But you had an opportunity to come out of there at 3-2, including a win over that hometown Rangers team. That would have been really huge. Yeah,
and then for whatever reason, we always seem to play Benton well down there. And we've always had close games, overtime games, and it was no different this year. We felt like we had an opportunity to win that game, and again, we missed some free throws and kind of the same thing that's been plaguing us all year long, turnovers and that sort of thing. And you just can't do that against anybody, let alone pretty good teams. And so it made for a tough week for us, but like I say, we were able to bounce back and get one.
Yeah, at least you got that finale there, and that did snap a 4-game slide at that event. But I wasn't down there at all, but it always is a case of really quality competition, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah, Cesar Valera is a very, very good 1A team, and they're a good team regardless of what class. They have kids that play together very well. They have a very good player in Tyler Winchester, and they really guard you. And we kind of got, dug ourselves a hole in that one as well. And they're very good, and obviously Pinckneyville is one of the top teams in the state, and we had to have them on the Saturday morning, and Benton and Meridian. They're kind of up and down, but they're very athletic, and they can certainly put things together and play pretty well. So it's always good competition. That's why we like going down there. Some teams that you don't normally get to see on your schedule, and so it kind of tells you a lot about your team after that week.
Pinckneyville on a Saturday morning. There's a wake-up call for you, Andy.
Yeah, no kidding. We'd always, last few years, we'd open up with them right away, and they changed the schedule around a little bit this year. And you got to play them. So regardless of who you have in that slot, you got to get up and play.
Yeah, they ended up winning the championship over Benton. The last game turned out to be the game. They shattered the Rangers 51-30.
Yeah, they're just a complete group, and they really defend well, and they have multiple weapons offensively, and they're all about the same size, and they really don't fall off very much at all when they sub. And I know they just got the kitchen kid back. He's been out all year this week, and so that's going to make them even better. And they're just a very good ball club, and it's going to be a very good team to beat them.
How about Dawson Reinacker's tournament? And maybe start with that Meridian game, as he pocketed 35 points in that tilt.
Yeah, and Dawson, he had a really good week. Made the all-tournament team, which was, very much deserved.
Yes.
I really felt like he kind of really stepped his game up and played at a level that we had been expecting him to play at, all season. We'd seen flashes of it, but he consistently for the week played really well, and just more aggressive, posting up and kind of asking for the ball, and then being able to finish, which had been a little bit of an issue for him throughout the year. But he did a really good job of finishing around the rim, making his free throws. Just really, really played well. So I'm just happy for him to play that well and to earn that honor as an all-tournament member. That's something, you can go back 20 years from now and your name's still going to be in the program.
Right.
So, he had a really, really good week, and so hopefully he'll continue to play well for us.
Fourth leading scorer in the tournament. I forgot the complete totals there. I believe he had 19 maybe in another game. And, an all-tournament selection. He was our athlete of the week for last week. And others, of course, played well. It's just been a case where, I guess, consistency, again, has not always been there, and that, for the most part, happened in at least 3 of the other games.
Right. Yeah, it seems like we have one kid step up and play really well, and then, the others don't really follow along after, and it's tough to have maybe one kid in double figures or sometimes possibly 2, but you need more balance than that, and you can't rely on one kid to score for you, and that's kind of been an issue we've had. We've got to have others. We've always said, if we could ever get everybody going at the same time, we'd be a pretty nice ball club, and we just haven't had that happen yet, where we've got, maybe our top 3 or 4 guys, consistently getting, 8, 9, 10, 12 points. If we got that, I think we'd be our record would be a lot better than what it is right now.
Sure.
We just, guys have just been up and down, have an outstanding game one night and then turn around and almost be non-existent the next night. And you can't have that out of guys that you're expecting to score for you.
While the tournament is on my mind, apparently the Carlisle Indians are making a switch come over the Christmas holidays. Correct, Andy?
We are. We're making a switch in both tournaments. At Christmas, we're leaving Mater Dei and going to the Pinckneyville Duster Thomas Classic, and we just felt like that was maybe a better fit for us. Still going to get 4 games there in over 3 days instead of the grind of 5 games at Mater Dei and in 4 days. And so it's been tough for us to compete at Mater Dei. It's very convenient. It's a great tournament, and we've been there for quite a while, and but we just felt like a change might be in order. And at midwinter time, we're leaving the BIT. We're going to go to the Oakville Invitational next year. And,
had not heard that one, Andy.
And so that I think that's going to be a good one, especially for our fans. That's a long trip to Benton, especially during the week to watch our kids play, and so we're excited about that, going there and having a little bit shorter drive during that time. And that trip to Benton, an hour on the bus or an hour plus on the bus, 4 times during the week, it gets a little tiring. It wears on you a little bit, and then you got to come back and go to school the next day. Sometimes you get back late. So we're making those changes to our schedule next year, and so we're excited about that. And hopefully it's going to work out well for us.
I really love that move to Oakville. That's a nice event at the O Arena, and they come to your place for the Kaskaskin. So that'd be a good. I think that'd be a really good flip there. Hey, tonight you're back on the. Oh, go ahead, Andy.
Oh, I agree. When John agreed to come to our tournament, we had talked at that time about joining theirs, and at that time, we had a couple-year contract with Benton, and we had considered it, and we just felt like right now was the right time to make that move. So
you got a chance to make some news tonight, Andy, as those number 1 ranked Nashville Hornets come to Harris Gym, and I know they grabbed another victory last night. That's a good club. Hey, get out there and we'll see what happens.
They're very good. They're very good, and that's nobody's given us a lot of chance to win tonight. On paper it looks like a blowout everywhere else, but that's why you play the game. That's what we're trying to tell our kids. You come and compete. You never know what happens on any given night. Somebody can be beat, or you can beat someone else. But it's going to be a great challenge for us, no question. They have great size. They have great athletes. They can they can shoot it. Steve and I went down and watched that game last night, and I think they shot something like 72% from the field. I don't think they missed a shot early, and they were very efficient, and they're just very athletic, and they play well together, and they have multiple weapons and have size inside, and so it'll be a very tough matchup for us. But it is what it is. You have a chance to play that number 1 team in the state, and if you can't get up to do that, something's wrong. That should be a great challenge and an opportunity for our kids, so hopefully they'll be ready to go.
And we should have a full house at Carlisle because the Indians fans, the faithful, will be there, and of course the Hornets travel well no matter where they play. So that matchup around 7:15, 7:30 on Max 96.7. So it's all conference after that, Andy.
It is. I look. We have 6 games left tonight, and then 5 conference games, and that's not going to be an easy finish to our season by any means. We have to go 2 Salem, 2 Central, and 2 Freeburg, and so 3 tough games on the road, and then Columbia and Westland at home, but that's our conference, and that's how it is, and so you just got to try to prepare the best you can, and hopefully we can get playing a little bit better down the stretch, and we host the regional this year, and so that's exciting for us to get to play at home, and we know we're probably going to see in Nashville in that regional, more than likely. So we just don't know who else is going to be there with us. So, we challenge our kids every day and, try to prepare them the best we can. And, they just got to go out and perform, and hopefully they'll be ready to play well down the stretch, and maybe realize, the season's coming to an end pretty quickly. And so we better get things in order. So. Okay,
Andy. Hey, go play hard tonight and play well. You might be able to spring that upset. They've lost a pair, so good luck this evening.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Yeah, I know we'll play hard. We'll see how well we play, but our effort's always been there, and that's something I'm really proud of. So
good deal.
All right.
Thanks, Andy.
All right, thank you, Rip.
Andy Palmer of the Carlisle Basketball Indians. We've got to take a TO. We're coming back with trivia later on. It's Tex.
Southern Illinois drivers know that K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle is a community-focused dealership that puts the customer first. That's why we've been in business for nearly 20 years, proudly serving multiple generations of Chevrolet drivers from all over. If you're searching for a brand new or like new Chevrolet model to upgrade your daily commutes and weekend adventures, come check us out just west of Carlisle on Old Route 50. K&J Chevrolet, your Clinton County Chevrolet and Silverado headquarters.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hey, this is Football's Carl Mock, Talking Sports on Max 96.7, and I hope you're listening, Marvin Wigman.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Matt Palm, chiropractor for MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle. Here at MedPlus, we focus on offering many health services all in one convenient place. We use a conservative, multidisciplinary approach to treating the individual, which includes physical therapy, massage therapy, physical medicine, and chiropractic care. We want to be your local choice for musculoskeletal pain. Please stop by MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle to meet our wonderful staff. Call us at 594-3671 or visit us on our website at medplusplus.com.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Weedman Ford studio on a Saturday morning. Monday night, incidentally. Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 to 7 in the eve. Saturday mornings, 9 to 10 Monday. We'll touch base with Oakville Rockets basketball coach John Krause and Lee Bennett from the Centralia Orphans. Off we go for trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin Sports. Where do you want to play? Call Easy In Travel in Breeze at 526-2201.
Appreciate it, Mel. Our number is 594-2576, 594-2576. This question centers on baseball's Hall of Fame, which was established way back in 1936. Now, the first players to be inducted into the Hall were Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson, Babe Ruth, and Honus Wagner. Not a bad lot, huh? Oh, my goodness. Whew. Which of these three players earned the most votes in that initial year, in 1936? Was it Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, or Babe Ruth? Who garnered the most votes in the initial Hall of Fame balloting? Cobb, Wagner, or the great Bambino? Our number is 594-2576. Slip us a call, and you could win a $15 gift certificate to Larry's West End Tavern in Bartelso. He's dug into that billfold, and he's got one waiting for you.
You've heard me say it before, when your trucks are your life, you need to be turning to be earned. I am Perry Stanford from Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. If your commercial tractor and trailer is down, we can get you back on the road faster and for less money than you thought possible. If it has wheels and an engine, we can fix it, including farm equipment. We are also building semi-trucks if you are ready for an upgrade. Call us today at 664-2646 or stop by Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Hey, sports fans, thanks for joining me this morning. This is Rip in the Weidman Ford studio. We have a winner. Thanks for the calls. In fact, I just had a text. Yes, and it's very true. I know this Wednesday, but a few of us, pretty much the usual posse there. We had our nearly annual salute to Gertie. It was Tuesday night over at Kretzer's. Good. We like to give Brian Eversgert a proper send-off to spring training, and that's 3 weeks away. Right now, as of maybe at this hour, he's leaving on that Cardinal cruise. He was one of the invitees there, so he's off to Mexico and more. But off for Florida and spring training at Jupiter shortly. Okay, to the big board we go here for trivia. Again, this is for a $15 gift certificate to the West End Tavern in Bartelso, courtesy of Larry. Here's the question. Which of these players earned the most votes? Yep. In the 1936 Hall of Fame balloting, the first year for baseball's Hall of Fame. Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, or Babe Ruth? It wasn't Babe, not Honus either. It's Detroit Tigers outfielder Ty Cobb. That rabble-route, everybody hated him, and he still got the most votes. He received 98.2% of the tallies. Babe and Honus each picked up 95.1, followed by Mathewson with 90.7, and Johnson, he's a slacker, 83.6. How about that for a Fab Five, though? Cobb played his first 22 years with the Bengals and his final 2 with the Philadelphia A's. He retired at age 41. Yet of all players, Mo Rivera, great reliever, probably the best closer. But he's a unanimous pick. He's a unanimous. Our winner, Carol Feldman out of Aviston. So she tanks that 15 to Larry's West End in Bartelso. We've heard from Andy Palmer just around the corner. It is Tex Little.
Nordike Funeral Home's mission is to help you plan for a difficult funeral by celebrating the life of a loved one. The grieving process from losing someone you love will be tough, but Nordike Funeral Home will be there to assist you. Find helpful information at NordikeFuneralHome.com, from grief support, planning a funeral, obituary information, and sending flowers. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations in Carlisle, New Baden, Aviston, Albers, and Breeze.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
Isaac Rental Property in Carlisle reminds everybody to stay close. Talkin Sports returns soon.
Get mouth-watering flavor at a jaw-dropping price at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Charbroiled sliders are starting at just $1.25. Get them as a single or get them as a double. And get as many as you want. Plus, enjoy the entire Red Burrito menu. And tomorrow morning, try the new made-from-scratch honey butter biscuits. Get unhungry now at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with the Klosterman Agency handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn you discounts and actually help you get ahead. Call or email me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, and get to a better state with State Farm.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Weekman Forest studio. We have one more important block to come. In addition to that Nashville-Carlisle High basketball game tonight. Again, 7:15, 7:30 in there for the pregame. Here on Max 96.7, we also have the Aviston Lady Eagles and Trinity St. John's from Nashville. That matchup for the Class A state championship from Rend Lake and Ina. It tips at around 2 o'clock. Having said all of that, we're going to sneak to the H&H Computer Services guest line once more, and we go over to Missouri. For, well, he's a Carlisle native. We're not going to explain it all again. He's Tex Little. Tex, welcome back to Talkin Sports.
It's always good to come home, Rip. Can't wait to see what we're going to talk about.
And I will say this, of course, you've been the longtime play-by-play voice of the baseball Tigers, and we're going to get to that. And, of course, you do Columbia college sports, too. But why don't we start with some college basketball? I'm going to get my Illini out of the way. It's another struggle for Coach Brad Underwood's team.
Yes, indeed. But you never know. I think he's going to pull it out of there.
Yeah, maybe not this year, but hopefully in the near future, huh?
Yeah. Well, I guess they're changing their schedule a little bit, aren't they?
That I don't know, or I knew and I forgot already. What's going on with that? Do you have some?
Who are you talking about?
The Illini basketball team.
Oh no, I had somebody else in mind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we start over?
Yeah. No. This is a heck of a start, isn't it?
That's okay.
Early Saturday.
But what do you think about that Illini club? It's on shaky ground as of this point.
No, it really is. And I don't see anything in the near future turning anything around. Every time I think you believe they're starting to get some traction, it just kind of continues to slide back the other way. And of course, you don't get any breaks in the Big Ten. That's for sure.
Nope.
There's times when they look motivated when it's a marquee game, but when it's all said and done, I don't know how interested they are at times.
Which is strange. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Kofi Cockburn at 6'11", 280 will help lead them back on their way. Oak Hill Academy, a long list of college stars and pros, and he's coming next season apparently, so that can't be anything but good news, is it?
I don't think it's a problem. I mean, you got to have the horses to run the race.
That's a horse.
But, what I see, maybe I'm totally out of it here, but it just seems like their main focus kind of varies from year to year, from day to day. You know what I mean? The system isn't just locked down. Do you feel that way at times?
Could be. Well, yeah. And what's it been? This is the second year for Underwood now, so hopefully they won't turn him.
And that takes time.
Yeah, hopefully they won't turn him over so quickly. I mean, let his guys get his people in there and go for it. But what about on the Mizzou Tigers front, Tex?
Well, I can't figure them out. They, will play very well. And speaking of being interested, they look like, I'm not going to say they're a top 20 team or anything like that, or 25, but they do look like they can play with about anybody most of the time. I say most of the time on certain nights. And then even within a game, they could play a very strong half, and then the second half they go AWOL. They really, really struggle taking care of the basketball. And when they fall into that doldrum, they really fight for their lives. As the old coach used to say, I think I heard a guy named John Cavaletto one time say, every time you turn it over, it's 2 that we didn't get and 2 they got. That's a 4-point differential.
That's right.
You make that now a 3 and a 3, and it's a 6-point differential. Geez, that's a spread.
4-point, 6-point spreads. Yeah, you can't have those. Of course, they had that real blow. First it was Michael Porter Jr. last season, and then Jonte this season. So they've been hit hard and early by injuries. A big
You
time.
know, yeah, the luck has not been their way. It has really been unfortunate. I really liked what this team was starting to shape up to be until John Tay went down, right as the season started. I mean, that was a crucial hit. And because they were anchoring everything around him. I think there's some young talent on the team. Mark Smith, man, it's a pleasure to watch him play. The kid from Edwardsville.
Yes.
And he can flat shoot, one of the top shooters in the country. And at one time I know was the best shooter, three-point shooter in the SEC. And it's really fit in pretty well. But sometimes he's the only guy that you can kind of lean on consistently for offense. Geist, I think, is fun to watch, but he still occasionally gets out of control, and he's limited to say the least. And there's a few young guys that have shown some signs, some snapshots of being good, but they really struggle to be consistent. They've got their hands full tonight with LSU here in Columbia.
Yeah, the Tigers indeed. Well, let's go to a little warmer climb and baseball, and we'll also.
Well, March we.
Yes. Where do you want to go with this? What's your first pitch here? What do you want to open with? The Cardinals. You gotta be happy about the Goldie signing, right?
Oh man, I think that's going to make a whale of a difference. I think it's going to work from inside out, Rip. And what I mean by that is, I think the atmosphere in the clubhouse is going to start turning into a whole different picture. I just think he's going to be somebody that's going to orchestrate the right way of thinking in that clubhouse.
Well, hopefully he dwarfs the poutiness of a couple of those guys. Yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because there's not one guy on that roster that can't look up to Goldsmith. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, he may be the best hitter, period, even above Harper. He's as
well,
good.
Not just that, but a person, a hitter,
defensive
a
player.
Yeah, and I think he fits Schultz' whole plan. And I really liked the way the club played under him last year. I thought they burned out a little bit, down the home stretch. But then, Major League Baseball, a whole lot of that really kind of rides on how your schedule looks. If you're playing the Yankees every day and not playing, a team that's suffering, like Miami or someone, you're going to put together winning streaks and losing streaks. And you got to be tough enough to fight through those high-caliber ball clubs that constantly have top talent. I mean, who was going to slow the Red Sox down last year? If you had them on your schedule, that's a disadvantage. And I totally disagree with the unbalanced schedule. I don't think it's right. But I like the Cardinals. I really like where they're going. I'm excited about watching how things either come together or fall apart again.
Well, speaking of falling apart, the relievers always scare me. And even though Andrew Miller's had a mostly terrific history. Last year he was bad and he had the injuries, so who knows? I don't trust those guys any more than most goalies or most kickers. They're hot and cold, man. Then they get traded somewhere else and he does well for a year. But I hope for the best from him. He seems like a good guy and so forth.
Well, and you got some of those guys rolling around on contracts are coming due, and generally they perform much better under those circumstances most of the time. I mean. But I think it's, if nothing else, we got a story to watch to see what develops with the Cardinals. I mean, I don't know if they're going to run off and win the division, hands down. But I just think we're going to see a different beast, and I think that starts too from the top.
Tell you what,
I think they're going to have a kind of a different opinion on things.
That division's going to be tough. I mean, Cincinnati probably won't win that baby, but they're going to be interesting to play, especially at their ballpark with Kemp and Puig now, and they're trying at least to get a little better, at least for a season. Not sure about their long-term plan.
Don't forget where the Brewers were last year.
That's a good club.
And the Cubs are, they're still loaded.
Oh yeah, heck yes.
They're scary as all get out. With that being a rivalry with St. Louis, you play them 19 times. I mean, even if one team had a whole lot of leverage over the other, it neutralizes with the rivalry. And it's really in sports. It's really funny to see that work out, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, you think about I think of Missouri, Kansas in basketball on the college scene. You think Kansas ranked number one in the country. Missouri could be an unranked team, and back in the day,
Yeah.
Missouri could go into Lawrence, Kansas, and pull off an upset.
That's right.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
And it's the rivalry that fuels that.
Are they playing them again?
No. Kansas won't play Missouri.
They will not? Okay. Thought
No.
I heard read a rumor about them playing in the next year or two again, but they should. My goodness.
Yeah, they may be talking about it a little bit. I like I said, I know Missouri's willing to play. They'd love to play them football at Arrowhead, but we'll see because with Les Miles going to Kansas, how about that story? Here we're jumping all over.
Surprise the heck out of me. Money talks, huh?
But Les Miles in a position he can't really lose on this deal.
No.
I mean, he's a proven coach. No one else has been able to win at KU. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. I'm real curious there. But Kansas has made some noise about trying to climb back into being competitive on the football field. I saw something where they're dumping a bunch of money in their stadium and things, but it's going to be interesting. But how do we get from there from the Cardinals to Kansas?
That's
don't know,
okay. We don't have nothing scripted about this, right? Tex Little is with us,
you got that right.
a.k.a. Mike Lidikin from Carlisle in the heart of Clinton County. I do need to get you on a record for this because I'm keeping track. I don't care about Machado. Where's Bryce Harper going to play? I've been saying all along the Dodgers, that's starting to thin out now, apparently, but I can't change my bet. I guess he may end up back in D.C.
How did the deal go? I should have asked Scherzer when he was in town last weekend, but how did the deal go with his interview with the Phillies? There's something about seeing him in Philadelphia.
I just they had a cheese, one of those Philly, what do they call them, cheesesteaks or something? I think that's about it. That took 5 hours.
Yeah.
But it was really good.
Geez, the sky's the limit on the money he's going to make and where he goes. I don't know. I mean, do you see him change a franchise just by showing up?
It depends on where he goes. I mean, he can sure add a lot to it.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
I mean,
he brings a lot.
He's an unbelievable player, but I will say again, Goldschmidt is every bit, I think, as good right now. I know he's older and so forth, but no, Harper would be, and of course he'll sell a lot of tickets, and you need that to pay a salary too. But
right, but I think it's the intangibles that gives you an advantage with a Goldschmidt over a Harper.
Probably so, and he may be,
the
especially for the Redbirds.
Yeah,
depending on the club, too, of course.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know. I don't know where he'll land up. I really don't. But you could be back in D.C. I don't know.
The longer it goes. I just started watching the NFL literally for the first time in almost 2 years. About 2 weeks ago, I saw a little bit of the semis, and then last week I watched almost all of it, and there were 2 really good games, especially that last one. Yeah, I've had some real issues, and I still do with Goodell and so forth. But
they were 2 great playoff games.
Yeah,
just absolutely wonderful, great to watch, and especially you weren't too emotionally involved. It was very easy to stay focused on it. But, if you've only been watching it 2 years, you probably qualify to be a referee or a line judge or something.
I haven't been watching for a couple of years. Yeah, but you know what? I'm sick I see this. Of course, New Orleans needs. I'm sick of the Saints whining and their fans. It was an awful call. It was a blow or a non-call anyway. But come on, there's plenty of game. And I never think it just happened at the end of the contest again. That's the stuff everybody remembers. What about all the other plays during the game and all the mistakes by the coaches and the players and so forth? That they lost it. They had their chance to win in overtime even.
I agree with you to a degree. I was visiting with your buddy Mark Bernstein last night.
Oh, how about that?
And we actually, the first 3 possessions, the Saints couldn't put it in the end zone, or the second, third for sure, if I remember correctly. And you got to punch it in there early when they had opportunities to put a bunch of distance between them and the Rams. The Rams may have folded, but Rip, I also say that game was definitely affected by the officials, and there's no doubt in the back of my mind, always believing there's conspiracies, that the NFL was going to make sure that the Rams were in the Super Bowl, because there were multiple calls, especially in the secondary, where Breeze was delivering the ball where it was supposed to be, and they were holding the receiver. It wasn't just one, and the blatant one that everyone talks about that. And that one call didn't change the game, but there was a series of calls in that game.
Yeah, it was a mess. I agree. And the refereeing, officiating in all sports, and I think actually it's gotten worse because of instant replay reviews. More pressure is put on these guys than ever before because everybody calls the game at home. They see everything and blah blah blah. I wish they'd get away with that junk, which will never happen.
Something's caused the officials and even the umpires at times,
sure,
to retreat in their abilities. I mean, I don't know what it is. Is it replay? Maybe. I mean, when you're being second guessed all the time, that is a way of playing on a person's mind. I mean, it'll riddle.
Nobody likes to be looked over their shoulder.
Reduce your ability to focus because you're second guessing yourself after a period of time.
Yeah.
And if you got that in the back of your mind, I can't get this wrong. But I don't know. I just felt like I thought that the Saints really were dealt a misdeal. I really think so.
Well, it wasn't good, but you know what? I'm over the call in the '85 World Series. That was the same situation. And the Cubs with the interference. What'd the Cubs do afterwards? What'd they do before? What'd the Cardinals do the next game? Herzog, as much as I love Whitey, he blew Game 7 the night of Game 6. They shouldn't even taken the field. I mean, there are all kinds of lots to go. You just got to play the game. And, players make errors, make mistakes. The managers just – but it's never going back. It's only going to, I think, get worse with all of these reviews and more. But anyway, the Super Bowl is next week, so Pats and the Rams, and a lot of people are pulling for a double loss. I don't suppose that's happened before, but
I guess the new dome down in Atlanta could collapse with heavy snow or something.
Hey, the last time when they had a snow and ice storm there in 2000,
yes, they
or
did.
was it 02?
They couldn't work out, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the problem? They couldn't. The workout facilities were froze up. Yeah, I think so.
It was miserable.
But,
miserable.
Yeah, you've got to. Of course, we're in the heart of Chief territory here, and I mean, right now for sure.
How about Patrick Mahomes, incidentally?
That guy's unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about a 23-year-old with poise. Geez, I think he could fly a rocket ship. I mean, he is.
Well, I guess some of that was passed down from his papa, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he inherited some great DNA. There's no doubt about that. But no, the Rams the next day fired their defensive coordinator.
Right.
Not Rams, but the Chiefs fired their defensive coordinator.
They got Spags.
And yeah, that'll be interesting. But he's remarkable. I'm not necessarily a big Chiefs fan. I enjoy watching them, and they've got a storied franchise. And I mean, the atmosphere in Kansas City is absolutely awesome if they win or lose. It's just tremendous. I mean, they have adopted college tailgating up there like nobody else in the world.
Outdoor stadium and all that. That's still great. That's still the best.
And it starts, usually on Friday night in Kansas City.
Not bad. Not bad.
But with that being said, they were really fun to watch, and that kid was a lift. And Brady and Belichick brought it, and the kid kept pulling himself up off the canvas and going right back at him.
Andy Reid knew what he was doing, huh? When he gave him that job.
Yeah.
I think I love Andy Reid. I think he's a great coach, man. It's not easy to get to a Super Bowl and win it on top of that. It's just,
Do you realize Andy Reid was an assistant under Bob Stahl at Missouri?
Wow. Bob Stahl.
He and Dirk Cutter. All those guys were assistants under Stahl.
Quite a
tree, They couldn't win here, but oh man, it was unbelievable. But no, I'm with you. I think a lot of Reid. He keeps a firm hand on the stern. He does not let things drift.
Back to Max Scherzer, Tex. You got to talk with him then for quite a while. I saw where he was back in Columbia Mo a week or two back.
Yeah, I didn't get to talk to him any more than anybody else, probably less, because, there's people that really want to, get to know him now. I mean, I know Max, so it doesn't really matter to me, but he's the same old guy. I think he was very humbled. They retired his jersey number here at Mizzou.
Yeah.
And, out of all the things that he's accomplished in his illustrious career, I mean, he has been unbelievable, but he was very, very grateful for the honor. he says, you always grow up thinking about winning the Cy Young, and you grow up about pitching in the World Series or the All-Star game, or, in the big leagues in general. But you don't ever dream about your jersey being retired. And I think it hit him a little bit emotionally.
Good.
It was a wonderful night. Mike Matheny was the keynote speaker last Friday night in the ceremony. And, well, they have this thing called the first pitch the Missouri baseball program does every year at this time. And it kind of kicks off the season, with the dinner banquet. But they upgraded it, and geez, it was a $100 plate night and everything like that. It was a sweet deal, and it was really done nicely. And Max did a very, very nice job.
I bet.
Well appreciated, and a lot of former players, guys that played with him, were all here, and even guys that there might have been one or two. I can't remember now, but one or two. It seemed like former 1954 national championship team members that were here.
My goodness.
So
that's great.
It was a special.
And he was
night.
not that it matters, but he was my Cy Young winner.
Well, me too, but I'm a little biased. But
I'm not. I just think wins still matter.
Well, I just think his competitive nature is just, golly, if you could find a team full of those, nobody beat you.
Boy, he would have looked good in the Cardinals uniform.
Yeah, he does. He would.
I'm
sure down deep, he probably never admit it, but, that's just, he grew up, 10 miles from the stadium, so.
Would have been a nice short drive. Yeah. Hey, real quick, Tex, the Clemson Tigers, that was pretty convincing over Bama, huh?
Well, you know what? I'd like to see those two teams play again.
Best of three, best of five.
Yeah, I don't think the game would be the same way.
Doubtful.
I really don't. But you got to tip your hat to those guys.
You bet.
They came in there and played with a chip on their shoulder and put it on the Crimson Tide. They just pounded them. When you say that, it comes to my mind. Kelly Bryant, who was the
starter,
incumbent quarterback, loses the job, and it looks like he's going to replace Drew Lock here at Missouri.
Yeah,
he is in school here now.
I have to credit Mizzou on that one.
Yeah, Barry Odom, really made a nice play there. I mean, that's awesome. Regardless of how you can't say you're not trying when you score a free agent in the college ranks like that.
No, that was a good move, and Dabble did all right too, as it turned out, going with that youngster.
He got over the hump, didn't he?
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
But I guess I underrate that Clemson club. I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean, you really watch them play, and any team that can run the gamut like they did and play at that level for as many years now in a row as they have, that's a program.
2 championships in recent days. Let's see, the Blues are kind of treading water. Hey, finally, Tex, as we leave again, college baseball, you're the play-by-play guy. You have been the lead guy for years and years and years for the Mizzou Tigers, and I guess practice officially started. You're almost ready for that first pitch.
The official first practice was yesterday, and I watched the inner squad, saw about 5 or 6 innings, and yeah, the juices are flowing, to say the least. We were 3 weeks away from opening day, and Missouri's got a new team. I think there's 22, 23 newcomers on it. The staff has changed just a little bit. I mean, Steve Beaser's still the head coach, and I love what I've seen him do here in a couple of years, but it's, about time to start paying the fiddler.
Amazing.
Because, now his guys are here now, and we'll see. But, I've been impressed with some arms. I worry a little bit about where the offense is going to come from, and that's what's going to have to, grow into the team, I think. I don't think they're going to ever be a high-powered offensive unit, but they've got a lot of local talent that, they hope they can find a way to produce some runs. But, it'll be another great run. I think there's 8 of the top 25 teams ranked in the country are all in the SEC. We play 6 of them.
That SEC is loaded for bear in every sport, it seems, especially football and baseball. I mean, on the men's side.
It's phenomenal from weekend to weekend on what you see and the talent level. And, you knock out a starter, you think, well, we get into the bullpen, and then the guys that start showing up are better than the one you knocked out. It's absolutely scary, and they call it a meat grinder, and they do it for a reason. The college game continues to flourish, though. It's really a fun game to watch, and I recommend anybody gets a chance to go watch some needs to, especially on those upper levels. It's really fun.
All right. We'll have a great 2019 campaign, Tex, and good to have you aboard Talking Sports. We'll dial you up probably this summer again.
It's kind of ironic. I'm getting ready to go do Columbia College and Lindenwood Belleville basketball. So,
are you really?
This was appropriate today. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And one note from home, too, just in case you probably haven't. You probably saw it, but Josh Tolley signed a minor league deal with the Dodgers. So good news for another
That's
local.
awesome. I hope he can hang in there and find his way back to the show. That would be awesome.
All right, Tex. We have to leave. Appreciate it very much, as always.
Over and out.
Over and out. Tex Little. That's Mike Litteken from the Mizzou Baseball Tigers and Columbia College, etc. Lindenwood Belleville today. How about that? All right, that's going to put the wraps on this, baby. Thanks to Tex and also to Andy Palmer. We've got high school basketball tonight and junior high action this afternoon from Rend Lake. Monday night, we'll see you with John Krause and Lee Bennett. This is Talking Sports Real Trivia winner, Carol Feldman from Aviston. Monday night, we're back between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Monk & Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO Sports